The UniCaf is currently selling unhealthy, high-fat, sugar and sodium products like dim sims, hot chips, sweet and sour chicken, fried rice, muffins, Coke and Red Bull.
So if I was to eat these all the time, I could put on too much weight, right? Is there a current weight issue in Australia? Let's start by looking at obesity and young adults, in particular obesity rates. The obesity rates associated with the Australian population has steadily increased over the past 2 decades, from 56.3% in 1995 to 61.2% in 2012. What about young adults between the ages of 18 and 24? Well, the obesity rate incline correlates with them too over the past 2 decades, with 9.4% in 1995 raising to 15.1% in 2012. The causes of obesity that influence a person's weight gain to an overweight or obese level are various, including consuming more kilojoules than expending, modern living including technology, socioeconomic factors, changes in food supply, and genes. The health-related diseases associated to obesity are also various, including cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, renal dysfunction, cognitive impairment, depression, as well as many forms of cancer. So to reduce the chance of getting any of these diseases, we need to eat more nutritious food.
What is nutritional content? Nutritional content is the makeup of nutritional values from within a food product, like saturated fats, sodium and kilojoules. Let's start by taking a look at the nutritional information associated with 7 of your top selling products. First we have dim sims. As you can see, one 70-gram serving size contains 764 milligrams of sodium, which makes up for 33.2% of the daily recommended sodium intake. Here we have hot chips containing a staggering 36 grams of fats in a 250 gram serving. This is 51.42% of the daily recommended intake of fats. Sweet and sour chicken contains half the recommended daily intakes of protein, fats and saturated fats, ranging from 62% to 98% of the daily recommended intakes for each of these. Fried rice has high daily intake across 5 of the 6 categories, very high in protein at 62.9% of the daily intake, and sodium with 59.9% of the daily recommended intake. Muffins contain 88 grams of carbohydrates, equaling 28% of the daily recommended intake, and saturated fats coming in with 10 grams, translating to 41.6% of the daily intake. One of the most purchased drinks at the UniCaf is a can of Coke. In a 375ml serving, there is 40 milligrams of sodium, reaching 17.39% of the daily recommended intake. A can of Red Bull contains 730 kilojoules of energy, making up for 8.39% of the daily recommended intake. Carbohydrates come in with 13.7% of the daily recommended intake. In the UniCaf combo of sweet and sour chicken and a can of Coke, a whopping 5,727 kilojoules of energy account for 65% of the daily recommended intake. Fats alone, just for this combo, come in at 97% of the daily recommended intake. Wow, that food has an excessive amount of bad nutrients. Therefore, similar to your menu, your cafe branding and layout require a clean-up too.
Your current branding, UniCafe, is in need of a makeover as it lacks a funky name, it has no energy to it, it has a cheap type of junk food appeal, and lacks modern styling. Your current layout is anything but inviting, as it is very dark with low-level lighting, deep-fried food takes centre stage, you have long queues, and when it comes to anything healthy, even longer wait times, and your decor looks cheap, lacking in modern styling.
A time for change. The grand opening. Now for the unveiling of your new University Cafe. Your canteen has been given a new brand name that is both inviting, fresh, and still encourages a quick turnaround of nutritious food and drink. Welcome to the Snack Shack. With the new funky and fresh layout, it is both appealing and inviting. Featuring brightly coloured menu boards, new signage, fresh food in brightly lit displays, no queues with designated area for collection, and vibrant, modern, natural looking style.
Okay, so outside of the diseases caused through obesity, why else is it important to operate a healthy eating canteen or cafe? Most adolescents aren't eating the recommended daily requirements of 5 fruit and veggies, in which they can get at the Snack Shack. Healthy eating provides a balanced diet, it makes you feel good, gives you energy, and can reduce stress. So let's take a look at what good nutritional values look like. Rice paper rolls instead of dim sims, 297 kilojoules of energy instead of 677 kilojoules, and 134 milligrams of sodium instead of 764 milligrams, a much healthier option for a snack on the go. Sweet potato and zucchini fritters instead of hot chips, providing 487 kilojoules or 5.6% of your daily energy intake instead of the 677 kilojoules, and 535 milligrams of sodium instead of 764, which would be 33% of your entire sodium requirement for that day. Chicken and vegetable stir fry, a much healthier option than sweet and sour chicken. The energy intake is only 1,167 kilojoules compared to a whopping 5,142, and the fat value has a similar discrepancy with 2.4 grams compared to 68 grams of fat. Not fried rice is a healthy version of fried rice, even though it is a similar concept, the difference being in its energy and sodium levels. 1159 kilojoules compared to 2267 and 535 milligrams of sodium compared to a massive 1379 milligrams. Berry yogurt replaces the muffin as a much healthier option with 561 kilojoules in replacing the staggering 2468 kilojoules. Based on this one change, for a snack item you reduce your energy consumption by 80%. A pump bottle of water replacing Coke is not only a great option for increasing hydration, but a healthier option in reducing a kilojoule intake from 585 kilojoules to 0. Coconut water instead of Red Bull energy drink is another much better way of hydrating yourself, but also a healthier way of reducing both energy consumption from 730 kilojoules to 416 and sodium from 280 milligrams to 85. The Snack Shack combo is a much healthier option. Instead of sweet and sour chicken and a can of Coke, the Snack Shack option is chicken and vegetable stir fry and a pump bottle of water. So let's compare the two. As you can see, the Snack Shack combo has a 52% reduction in energy consumption, a 50% reduction in protein, a 66% reduction in fats, a 60% reduction in saturated fats, a 48% reduction in carbohydrates, and a 15% reduction in sodium. The Snack Shack combo is the clear winner on both nutritional values and taste. Now that the Snack Shack combo was a winner, let's compare the total nutritional values of both menus to see which one is the healthier option. The first thing you'll notice is the energy produced by the UniCafe menu is 26,445 kilojoules compared to the 4,040 by the Snack Shack. What else is amazing is that the UniCafe's daily intake on every item is over 100%. Based on these figures, it's absolutely clear that the Snack Shack menu is a much better option both nutritionally and at a health level.
This part looks at ways we have made our canteen more interesting by bringing forth some new ideas and benefits. By making the food look appealing, it means that students will want to buy it. We buy with our eyes first, so being able to design colourful packaging, displays or plate presentations will stand out and entice students to buy the healthier options. The design of the menu will be large and colourful, attracting students from afar whilst walking through the university, which will help with a boost in food sales. Healthier options will also be highlighted in bold, so it's something that students will see first. Prices of the food are reasonable, with added healthy combo deals to go along with it. The food from our new canteen will be placed directly in the middle of the canteen at the eye levels of the students. Food will be made on the day so it's fresh and placed behind a refrigerated glass display with a bright white light. Healthy options will be close to the front of the counter, and we also have used polished wood and marble in our canteen to give it a natural feel. As part of the new canteen, we're introducing the Snack Shack loyalty card for drinks such as freshly squeezed juices, smoothies, coffee or tea. For example, once a student buys 5 juices, they will get one for free. This type of reward is a way for students to keep coming back for their healthy juices, which is a much better alternative than Coca-Cola or Red Bull. Lastly, we have the Snack Shack app. It makes it convenient for students to obtain healthy, freshly made food at a time in the day that is convenient to them. Students purchase the food from the app. Once the food is ready, the phone of the student will buzz, indicating the food is ready. Students simply show the app receipt and away they go. Their wait for healthy food is over.